This video I'm going to talk about supple, quickness, and tempo. Okay, Mike Dunaway and Mike Austin, they talked about something called supple quickness, and that's as opposed to rigid slowness. What Dunaway talked about is he talked about how golfers get very rigid over the ball, and when you get rigid you tense up and that pulls everything closer to you, and that's why, you know, people top 3 woods and chunk their irons and stuff. Golf is all about putting the perfect swing on the ball, and you let the length of the club, you let the loft of the club do all the work for you. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to develop what's called supple quickness. It's very loose, okay, and we get the quickness by centrifugal force and by using our joints and levers in the most efficient, powerful manner we can. Now that means we're not muscling anything, okay? The more you try to muscle things, the slower you'll actually go. We want supple quickness. If you've ever looked at videos, old videos of Bobby Jones when he would swing a club, it always amazed me because when you look at it in slow motion, he would turn like this and his hands would actually drag. The club head would be behind his hands because he held onto the club so lightly, and then he'd just come up and just swing through. He had such a beautiful tempo, such a beautiful supple quickness, and he did that with very loose hands and very loose wrist, loose joints all together. So supple quickness, how do we put that into our game? You want to move your body slower than you think you're actually going. What I mean by that is when you take things back nice and mellow and slow and you swing through, you're actually moving a lot quicker than you think, okay? I'm going to do this real slow and gentle like. And I guarantee right there on that 7-iron that I just hit, that probably went 165. That's generally, I'll get about 170 out of my 7-iron. I have hit my 8-iron that far. That's kind of a fluke and not an accident. But the supple quickness is just letting the levers that we've been working on, letting those do the work for you, okay? You'll see that you'll hit the ball so much further, and the more you work on that timing and that tempo using supple quickness, the more you'll just be able to smash the ball on the line you want to put it, as solid as you want to hit it, and as far as you want to hit it. As you develop that skill to just be able to take it back nice and lazy and just swing through, you'll be able to speed that up. But when you speed it up, there's only really one part that you're speeding up, and that's going to be the firing of that hip. But you want to keep everything else nice and loose. And I'll speed that up just a little bit, trying to keep that same looseness, all right? All I'm going to do is speed up the firing of that hip around. Okay, everything else nice and slow. And I hit that a little further, okay? But don't go right into that right away. Work on supple quickness. Work on, think of it as slow quickness, okay? A real good trick that I use is I tell myself, 7-iron, okay, I only want to hit this 100 yards, but you do it with a full swing, okay? What'll happen is you'll find you'll just cream the ball, okay? You'll just cream it. So keep everything loose. Think supple quickness, think tempo, and just swing into it. And you'll see this is a very powerful swing. Thanks for joining me. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and come visit me on yoursimplegolfswing.com.